महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महादेवमुदं शिरसा नमामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि. In the first 6 chapters, he is talking about the Tvam, Arjuna's sorrow, Arjuna's predicament, Arjuna's dharma confusion, what is right wrong confusion, Arjuna's thinking that what is this, all this life I have lived all these years, now I cannot even decide what is right here, what kind of learning I have got. Arjuna was not whipping himself because the whip was in Krishna's hands. That was the situation. Then Arjuna said, Krishna, please tell me now at least what is Shreyas, Shishyasteham. It is a Tvampadartha, Tvampada Vachya. Sannyasa is for Jiva, Karma Yoga is for Jiva. And therefore you find the whole Jnana Karma Sannyasa, Sannyasa Yoga, Dhyana, meditation, Atma Samstham Manakritva, Nakinchidapi Chintayet. Everything is Jiva, the Tvampada is the Pradhana. Tvampada Pradhana means the equation is talked about highlighting the meaning of the Jiva, the individual. Highlighting. There is always, in all the chapters you find there is a completion. But the highlighting is Tvampada, the meaning of you. In the 7th chapter onwards, you can see the 7th chapter completely changes. Total change. Suddenly Lord Krishna talks about the Ishvara. He talks about bhakti. Ishvara is the pradhana. He says para-prakriti, apara-prakriti. Untouched so far in the first 6 chapters. He tells any glory anywhere, it is all Ishvara. Everything, every manifestation is Ishvara's manifestation. In fact, what is manifest is Ishvara. And Ishvara can remain unmanifest also. Naturally. The unmanifest becomes manifest. In the manifest itself, there are many potentials which are not yet manifest, will come to manifest. By human interference or any other organism's interference, or without interference of anybody, by time interference, things are already programmed, will happen. A new system may be born, old system may collapse. A star may burn itself to become a black hole. Changes take place all the time. The whole one system can collapse into the sun, planetary system, and the sun itself can burn itself. And therefore, this change is going on. And the cosmic time frame is very big. Therefore, everything looks constant. Same sun, same moon, etc. And therefore, this is the manifestation of Ishvara. And the Jiva is the one who invokes this Ishvara's grace. And the one who invokes Ishvara's grace is called Bhakta, a devotee. They are Chaturvidaha. And so, Mam Bhajante. There are 4 types of fellows. These bhaktas, they all invoke me. One fellow is Artaha. Artaha means the fellow who is in distress. They are called distressed devotees. And not distressed devotees, understand? Distressed devotees. In distress they are devotees. Like Gajendra, like Draupadi. These are to quote. But everybody, there are a lot of people who think of Ishvara only when they are in trouble. So they are Artaha. They are distressed devotees. And you want the release from this distress. You invoke Ishvara's grace. The Jiva and Ishvara both are the same, understand? If Jiva is a being, Ishvara is a being. Don't say Mithya Gitya. Why? Because Mithya is Satyam. Satyam is not Mithya. That is what we are talking about. Don't get confused here. And therefore this devotee invokes the grace of Ishvara. And then he is a distressed devotee. When he is out of distress, Bhagavan also is forgotten. But then there is another fellow who is a matlab devotee, artharthi, purushartha. He wants artha. He wants some kind of security, etc. And in distress also he is a devotee. Plus matlab. Correct? Plus matlab. Means whatever he wants to accomplish. He is the artharthi. In distress is a devotee. Plus also, whenever he wants to accomplish something, and before that he will do puja. We do all this all the time. It is necessary because we have to control the hidden variables. You can only plan and do ma paleshu kadachana karmanyeva adhikaraste. And therefore the hidden variables are too many. How are you going to control them? Even known variables we are not able to control. Every mother-in-law is a known variable, understand? And therefore, how are you going to control? It's not possible. And therefore, mother-in-law is not that bad, understand? So, I'm just telling. So, known variables we are not able to control. How are you going to control hidden variables? That's what I say. Therefore, prayer, perfect. If anybody were to tell one fellow, this is a common thing. Some of these Swamis, they are in circulation and they all have to talk something and they all talk. And they talk. But they talk. And so you should not, you go to Bhagavan, look at this, and then ask for a promotion, ask for a job. Think of this. You go to the Prime Minister of India, Vajpayee, you go to him, and it is very difficult to get an appointment, and you wait for 2 months and get an appointment, and you go there, and then Vajpayee asks you, Mr. Citizen, what can I do for you? And this fellow says, you promised me that you can do. Come on. He is from Tamil Nadu. He is asking this question. Sir, you please promise me that you will give me, then I will tell you. Come on, I don't know what you are going to ask. I don't know. Please, if possible, I will give you. Please tell me what. You can give me this. Okay, come on, time ho gaya, come on. Then he says, I want a pumpkin. What? You know pumpkin? Pumpkin. I want one pumpkin. I'll arrange for you. Call the bell. The man comes. Please take him. Because he knows that this fellow will not leave this place. So, please take him. Now, this Vajpayee, who is there, so any day he can be out, because he has got this unholy national alliance, it is, and there the Fernandez is one, then Mayavati, one woman, is there. So she is more chanchal than Maya itself. And so this is another woman. There is a Karunanidhi who has got only Nidhi, no Karuna. And therefore, all these fellows, all these fellows, all are Matlab fellows. And all these fellows are all keeping this. He is riding on 4 horses right away. And all of them have their own ends in view. And he wants to take them to a destination. That he was able to manage these 4.5 years, 4 years, it is a great accomplishment. If he could not accomplish anything great much, that is because, so these 4 horses, he has got time only to keep them all in alignment. It's not easy. He has done a wonderful job. And that person, so any next time he has to come, and already he has told that his deputy is going to take care of the reins, etc. He is getting old. And now that person is saying, asking that person, a pumpkin, asking him for a pumpkin looks so ridiculous, correct? Now this Swami says here, you go to the Lord, the Almighty. वो तो सर्वशक्तिमान है, सर्वज्ञ है, सब प्रपंच का ये तो पालक है. उनके पास जाके you ask for a job. Is it not ridiculous? Ye, ask for a pumpkin. This Prime Minister perhaps ask of him, he is ridiculous. But there you can ask anything because he is everything. Any small or big, who else you can ask? Then if this man says like this, I told one bhakta, it comes to me, because there are some people who go to all Swamis, There are some people. All Swamis are right also. So they have got some good devotion, Shraddha, and therefore all Swamis are right and everything is right. All this, ye bhi right hai, wo bhi right hai, sab right hai. Theek hai, acha hai. So they have got some Shraddha, it's fine. So the truth cannot be everything is right. Truth is either it is right or it is wrong. But everything seems to be right. That's okay. That's one type of mind it is. Nothing wrong. And then they come to me also. Swamiji, that Swami said that it is wrong to ask. In the Gita there is a contradiction. Lord Krishna says Artha also is a bhakta, Artharthi also is a bhakta. Therefore, so this bhakti is not acceptable. You can't go to the Lord and ask for small job and promotion, etc. Okay? You tell the Swami, you go back to the Swami, ask him to give the job. If you give me the job, I will not ask God, you tell him. And if he cannot give you the job, you better ask God, okay? Ask him to shut up his mouth and let that fellow not talk anything about this. If he cannot give, he should not say anything. Let that fellow, he is trying to control the hidden variables. Therefore he is asking the Lord, I do not know, for the same job there are 100 fellows and I need the job very badly, but then I have to get it. Therefore he wants to get it. What is wrong? So that's why I tell you, these small big people alone you can say this is too small a thing to ask. When it comes to the Almighty, whom you call Almighty, Sarva Shaktiman, Sarvajnaha, there is nothing small, there is nothing big. Everything is the same. Understand the beauty of it. Whom else I can ask? There is nothing wrong. I am Arthaha. I am Artharthi, Artha Bhakta. I am Artharthi, Bhakta. And of course, there is a Jignasu Bhakta. Jignasu Bhakta also Arthaha. He also, when he Jignasu is in distress, he will ask Bhagavan. And if he wants to achieve anything else also, he will ask Bhagavan. And for jignasa, jignasa means the desire to know what Bhagavan is. Generally, we want the Lord to come and help us achieve small things in life. Nothing wrong. Then there is one fellow, he goes for the kill, to use the American language. Even though it doesn't sound well, but still it means very well. What its meaning is only that sentence can give. That is, he goes for it for all. He doesn't ask the Lord. He doesn't ask the Lord, please help me this and that. He says, I want you. He asks for the all. All is Lord. He wants to know that Lord. He knows that the Lord is not separate from himself or herself. Why the person doesn't know? In the sense that there is some idea is there, and therefore the person, because the Lord cannot be separate from me. The Lord is all, then that Lord should include me. If there is such a thing as limitless, it cannot be plus me. Understand? It cannot be minus me. I cannot be plus the limitless, nor the limitless can be the plus me. And therefore, that's only, it's simple logic. Anybody can understand. And so he goes for the whole, and that person is called Jignasuhu, Jnatum Ichuhu. He is also a bhakta. And therefore a sannyasi is a bhakta. A karma yogi is a bhakta. A jignasu is a karma yogi. A jignasu alone is karma yogi. So jignasu, the one who wants to know, therefore lives a life of karma, karma yoga. And therefore a jignasu is a karma yogi. A jignasu is also a sannyasi. He is also a bhakta. Then Lord Krishna says, there is another bhakta, he is called Jnani. He is also bhakta. What kind of bhakta? Fulfilled bhakta. Udara sarvaye vaite Jnani to atmaiva me matam. All of them sarvepi shreshtaha. Artha bhaktas are artharthi. All of them are shreshtaha. Jignasu, of course, is someone who is really, who means business, who wants to accomplish what is to be accomplished in life. Therefore, Jignasu Bhakta is either a karma yogi or he is a sannyasi. Bhakti is common to all. There is no separate Bhakti yoga. Yoga se mukti milega. There is no Bhakti. And this is, all that is there is only these two nishtas, either a life of karma and as a yoga buddhya or life of sannyasa. Choice is between the two. Both are fine. Kevala karma sannyasat karma yogaha vishishyate. And therefore Lord Krishna has got his slant. He says, even though both are equal, but still karma yogaha vishishyate. Why? Because nyayasya nitya sannyasi yona dveshtina kankshati. You become a sannyasi only when you are not carried away by likes and dislikes. You are not kept under the spell of the force of raga and dvesha. Therefore, there is karma yoga vishishyate. Because sannyasi, you cannot be kadachitka sannyasi, kavi sannyasi. So that is not going to work. Nyayaha nitya sannyasi yona dveshtina kankshati. It's all very beautiful. Iti, therefore karma yogi is a jignasu. Then finally, when the karma yogi or a sannyasi knows what is to be known, the truth of Ishvara, the Mahavakyartha, the Tatpadam, the Mahavakya means Tattvamasi, and the Tat, that Ishvara, is not separate from me. That one who has got the knowledge, he is the bhakta. He is also a bhakta. What kind of bhakta? Fulfilled bhakta. This is what they say. This is para bhaktihi, parava prema swarupa bhaktihi. So this is what we say, this para bhakti, in the sense it is a fulfillment of the bhakta. Artha bhakta, artharthi bhakta, jignasu bhakta, then jnani bhakta. Then he says that jnani is myself. Jnani is not different from me. There is jnani and jnani is myself. Jnani tu atmaiva me matam. Atma eva means myself alone. Matam here is not opinion. Ishvara has no opinion. Understand? And therefore, matam means that is the truth, that is the vision. Unless you have this Bhagavan talks about the bhakta. And Bhagavad Vibhuti she talks about. Anywhere, any glory anywhere is all me alone. The sun is bright, the prabha, the light that is there, and the energy that is out from the sun, it's all me. Any glory, it's me. Meru Shikari Namaham. There are many peaks are there, but that Everest is me. Means other peaks are not me. That's not the point. So any glory anywhere is me. Therefore the individual has any glory, the glory of intellection, the glory of expression, communication, the glory of singing, music, etc. All these are Bhagavad glories. That is why all our great musicians were all devotees. You cannot expect from Meera a song like this, long song this. So, hit the road, Jack. You can't get that. Jao, jao. See, there is no, na jao, yogi mati jana, na jao, jao. That is not there at all. Mati jao, yogi mati jao, not jao, jao. Hit the road. So, jao, jao, there is no such thing. And you will find the Tyagaraja or anybody, it is all songs of praise of Ishvara that is born of the culture. Having knowledge of the whole thing, they cannot but do that. Every glory is Ishvara's glory. That one can compose, that one can sing, all these Ishvara's glories. And thus every glory if you take, the cell itself is a glory. The whole body politic, if you look into this, the glory is so visible. You cannot but recognize the glory. The arrangement, everything is amazing. It's all glory. Ishvara's glory. Outside, in your own body itself, centered on your body, it is one continuous glory. Lord Krishna gives a long list. Afterwards he says, Arjuna, I am tired. I don't think this list will ever end. Therefore I have given you some sample. In fact, wherever there is vibhuti, yadyad vibhuti mat sarvam, anywhere any vibhuti is there, it is all mattaha eva. It's all my own glory, Arjuna. And Arjuna, when he heard this, he felt, wow, it will be nice to see Bhagavan, everything is Bhagavan, sun is Bhagavan, moon is Bhagavan, all stars are Bhagavan, earth is Bhagavan, forces are Bhagavan. Therefore, why not we see Bhagavan in one sweep of vision? Then he asked Krishna, Krishna, can you show me your form, this cosmic form that you talk about? You are everything you say. This is simply you are everything, like a guru is telling, I am everything, etc. Still he is sitting there only. And so, is it like that? And or you are everything when you say, it is everything, it happens to be in you. Is it in you? Can you show in one body? I can see everything. Pashyame yogam aishwaram. Lord Krishna said, now look Arjuna, you asked for it. Now look. He gave him a special chakshuhu. Dadamite. A divya chakshu I give you. I am giving you that celestial, a special eye, not a bionic eye. It is a special eye I am giving you. You will see me now. It's eye of whatever it is. I am giving you, please look. What did he see? That Krishna was there talking to him. That Krishna gone. And there is a cosmic form. He found the stars. And this, even beyond the stars, is just as he scans the sky, there is no sky. It goes on and on. It is an expanding universe. That's what he saw. All the forces are made visible. Understand? All the forces are made visible. All the devatas are made visible. All these yaksha, kinnaras, etc., all of them are made visible. The Lord Death himself is doing this job. He is grinding the wheel of time. He is grinding its wheel, making everything change, go out of shape. He saw this. And in his mouth, everybody seems to be just getting devoured by time. He is Kalaha. He is in the form of time. Nobody is outside that time. All are just getting consumed by him. They are all between the jaws of death. Really, literally, he saw within the jaws of death, of time, he saw everybody is sticking there. All the Duryodanas are already getting swallowed. Karna, Ashwatthama, all the fellows are all there. I mean, Drona. Ashwatthama is supposed to be challenged, but still he is sticking there anyway. All of them are seen within this jaws of death. He saw this. Arjuna really feels wonderful. He is struck by wonder, awe, and finally fear. A fear. Why fear? Because he didn't include himself. Understand? That is the truth. If he had included himself, there would be no fear. And because Dvaitadhi Bhayam Bhavati, the second thing causes fear. You remain small. Now previously, you saw, always anybody sees the outside world as something different from himself or herself. Anybody. But the vastness is not seen in one sweep. At a time, one thing you see. Thank God. If you see everything at the same time, and then you will feel definitely frightened. That is what happened to Arjuna. There is no enlightenment. There is only a vision of the difference in the whole thing that is not he is available for him to see. And Arjuna was frightened. Then he told him, you please get back to your original form. Porum pa, patadu porum. You please get back. ये तो enough हो गया. ये तो बस आ जाना. तुम्हारा original form को आ जाना. Please come back. But on the way, show me with Shankam Chakram, just so that I can see that also. I would like to see, so that in my mind it will be there. With Shankar Chakra Dhari, I would like to see you. That is on the way, Thoda. But then come back to the original form. Then he comes back to the original form. And then afterwards, bhakti. You understand now? That's bhakti, devotion. It is all tatpada. It is all tatpada. It is all Ishvara, 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 Ishvara. All the way. Then afterwards, the 13th chapter, he tells. He says, Arjuna, idam shariram kaunteya. Again, dusri beginning. Idam shariram kaunteya kshetramittabidhiyate etadyo vetti sa kshetrajnaha. The one who knows this kshetra is the kshetrajna. What is kshetra? Your body is the kshetra. Mahabhutani, ahankaraha, buddhihi, avyaktameva cha, indriyani dashaikam cha, pancha indriya gocharaha. Pancha indriya gochara means all the sense objects, all of them, senses, organs of action, your mind, your buddhi, your ahankara, everything, even unmanifest, everything is kshetra. Everything is object of your consciousness. All of them are kshetra. Your body included, everything is kshetra. Ichha dvesha sukham dukkam sangatas chetana dhritihi. So this, your ichha, your desire, sukha, dukkha, all these conditions that you are, conditions of your mind, conducive, non-conducive, desirable, not desirable, all of them are kshetra. Who are you? You are kshetrajna. Then he puts it, that kshetrajna, kshetrajnam chapi mam vidhi sarva kshetreshu bharata. That kshetrajna, the Atma, is the kshetrajna in every kshetra. In the mosquito also there is a kshetra. What bites you is the kshetra. One kshetra bites another kshetra. And the mosquito, kshetrajna of mosquito will not bite the kshetrajna because that is one. That cannot. No mosquito, kshetrajna can bite the kshetrajna here. That is common, one limitless consciousness. That is Ishvara. I am there everywhere. Arjuna, all that you require is certain. This is to be known. For knowledge you require a preparation. Therefore, amanitvam. Don't expect respect from others. Don't expect any wee bit of respect from others. You are happy. The only way to be happy is not to expect respect from others. Is always a nuisance. But we all respect, we all after all expect, we all expect true. But we don't get it true. If you don't expect, you get it. You want it, you don't get it. When somebody came and asked me sannyasa, then I told him, as long as you want this sannyasa, I won't give you. When he gave up asking, then I gave him. Don't expect respect from others. Never. Never expect. Because it's silly. Even if they give respect to you, it is respect to what? What do they respect you? If they respect, what do they respect? Whatever they consider a pickpocketeer won't respect me. But there is another pickpocketeer who is the master of all the pickpocketers. He is the guru of all pickpocketers. Therefore they look up to him. Guru, please teach me, how do you do that? And therefore what I say, this manitvam is a great problem for this knowledge. Therefore absence of manitvam. Atmani pujyatva bhavana is manitvam. I mean, I should be respected. This is a manitvam, it's a pressure. Amanitvam to the absence of it, abhavaha, amanitvam. First he put that one. Adambitvam, pretentiousness. And one pretends oneself to be other than what one is. Because there is some pressure. And therefore, adambitvam, ahimsa, whole life, words, kaya, etc. Ahimsa, commitment to ahimsa. Ahimsa, kshantihi, accommodation. Arjavam, straightforwardness. And straightforward means what I do is what I say, and what I say is what I think. Not that all that I think I should say to hurt others. That is not warranted, that is not respected, that is not allowed also. As in ahimsa, kshantihi, arjavam, acharya upasanam, shaucham, cleanliness inside, outside. Acharya upasanam, shaucham, stairyam. Stairyam means steadfastness in your own duty, what is to be done. So karma nishta. So what is to be done is done. Stairyam, atma vinigraha, being together, not being carried away by fancies. You decide what you want. That is atma vinigraha. You have to practice in the mall, understand. So what do you buy? Therefore be careful that you just buy only what you want. Don't buy. thinks that because the package is good. They all sit there at home, so many of them. Then you give it to these fellows. They are not used, Before expiry, you give it to and Salvation Army. Stairyam, Atma Vinigraha, Indriyarteshu Vairagyam, Anahankaraha. So absence of pride, because everything is given. There is no pride anywhere, there is no reason for pride. Anahankaraha, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam. If you are born, death is always there along with you at any time. The life is nothing but so between these two sides of the coin. Some coins are thicker coins, and that's all what life is. Some are thin coins, understand? And therefore, so two sides of the coin is Janma Mrityu. And Jara, old age, is always there. Don't think you are going to be always eyes open, ears hearing. There will be a time when hearing is a problem, seeing is a problem. Therefore, from now on, please look into this, what is to be gained. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi Dukkha Doshanu Darshanam Muhurmuhu Paryalochanam Asaktihi Anabhishwangaha Putra Dara Grihadishu. Don't gloat over. Putra, Dara means wife, etc. So here he is talking to Arjuna. Therefore it is male. He says, it is addressed to, if some lady is sitting there, he will say Bharta, etc. That means the spouse, children, in all of them, have love, he says, have love, because Anabhishwangaha, you require love, means love will be there. And also affection is important. Abhishwangaha, sneha, affection is necessary. But then not over affection means that doesn't help the child grow. Therefore, always with affection and love, look into the eyes of the child and talk, and let the child grow in your presence, in your vicinity, in your look of love and care. Let it grow. That's beautiful. Asakti. Absence of ownership. Nityam samachittatvam ishtanishtoba bhattishu. When what do you want, in the wake of what you want, in the wake of what you don't like, both have samachittatvam, the sameness of response. More or less, because of your devotion to the Lord Ishvara. You take everything as prasada. Mayi ananya yogena abhyabhicharini bhaktihi vivikta desha sevitvam. Now and then go to a quiet place, or at least come to Gurukulam. Vivikta desha sevitvam. Aratihi jana samsati. So don't go for company which is not productive, which is not redounding to your knowledge, etc. So that kind of company is very important. What are the people that you keep? You need a support system, but that the system be people who have a value for this. Aratihi janasamsadi, adhyatma jnanam, a commitment to the pursuit of this knowledge. Never lose sight of what is to be gained. Adhyatma jnanam nityatvam, tattva jnanartha darshanam, etad jnanamiti proktam, and ajnanam nidadanyata. This will help you gain this knowledge. Iti, Lord Krishna goes on, and then about food, about everything he talks about. What is Sattvika, what is Rajasa, what is Tamasa, all that he talks about. Finally he tells him, Sarva dharman parityajya ma mekam sharanam raja aham tva sarva papebhyaha mokshayishyami masuchaha. So please understand, finally you have to give up all karmas and come to me. All karmas? Only one way. Only by knowledge you can give up all karmas. That's what is said there. Therefore you have to know me. There is no other way. Then Arjuna said, finally, then he told him, Arjuna, I have taught you everything that is to be taught. Yate chasi tata kuru. You do whatever you like. If you want to go to Rishikesh, go. I will go to Dwaraka, you go to Rishikesh. I'm not going to come along with you, piche. So that you go to Rishikesh, I have no problem with that. I will go to Dwarka, it's okay. Others say, don't expect me to talk to you. I carry no phone, no mobile with me. I am going. So he will go to Dwarka. Then Arjuna said, no, nashto mohaha, smitir labda. So now I am in my senses and no more delusion, no more doubt. What is to be done is going to be done. And therefore, and Arjuna picked up his Gandiva. Yatra parthaha dhanurdaraha tatra shrihi. And the Lord also is there. Madhava is there. Lord is with him. And Arjuna is ready to act. There, success will be there. Lakshmi will be there. Victory will be there. Vibhuti will be there. Bhuti, everything will be there. If you are ready to act, and the Lord is with you. This is Bhagavad Gita. Mahaganapatin manasa smarami Mahadeva mudam shirasa namami Mahaganapatin manasa smarami.